It's been a while. Glad you're back. Yeah, glad to be back. Well, are you sure you're ready for this, sir? I mean, you have been gone for a long time, and this two-parter. Are you sure you want to go through with this review? Look, I know that this review will probably be controversial. What I have to say about it might not be in the best interest of all, or even for myself. But I'm a fan, and I am a brony. And what people don't realize is being a fan means that you have to tell when there's something wrong. If the show is not at its best, the fans are the ones who are responsible to bring it back to its former glory, to let the show creators know when they veered off their own path. We may not be heard, or even acknowledged, but at least we didn't go down quietly. Well then, sir, as a fan, as a brony, I wish you good luck. Thanks. Now, I got a review to do. Hello Internet, I'm me, and this is My Little Pony Season 3, Episode 1 and 2, 1 hour long special. Nice. Now, before I actually get into what the plot is and my problems with the plot and what I liked about the plot, I'm going to say probably the most dangerous thing I've ever said on the internet, next to Flame War. I don't really like this hour-long special. I don't think it's the best. I think it's one of the weakest hour-long specials that have been done by My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, but it really is. And I'll explain why. It's a simple explanation, really. Alright, so we open up with this hour-long special with Celestia being warned by a guard that the Crystal Empire has returned. And Twilight Sparkle is called upon by Princess Celestia to go out and actually find out what's going on and try to find a way to shield the Empire from the old ruler who was actually going to turn it into evil. And because the Crystal Empire is, well, crystal, it would reflect out that evil onto the land everywhere, corrupting everything. But she has to, but of course there's like a little catch where Celestia says, well, Twilight Sparkle, you and you alone can help Princess Candace and Shining Armor defeat this evil. And I was like, alright, cool, that's a good test. And of course, the Twilight Sparkle thinks this is a huge test and that she has to complete this test. And there's my first problem with this. The test motif, the test subplot, really is jarring from this episode. You have an episode where you have this evil that if it takes over will reflect its evil across the land, but you have Twilight Sparkle worrying more about a test than the evil that wants to take over the land. Priorities, Twilight Sparkle. Priorities. Anyway, Twilight Sparkle grabs up the main 6 gang and heads on out to the Winter Lands to go to the Crystal Empire. And once they go there, they meet Shining Armor, who helps them get through the, well, Hoth, what I like to call it, because it looks like Hoth. And even Shining Armor has the like goggles, and he looks like he's from like on the Star Wars set. Like if you've ever watched Empire Strikes Back, the ice planet Hoth. And of course the evil Emperor is a giant evil cloud. Like Galactus and Parallax before him, he is now a giant evil cloud. Such a good intro to a villain. And a better intro to a villain is all of them are running through the ice tundra and get back to the Crystal City where they are safe, and they have a shield to block out the evil Emperor. Shining Armor gets actually caught by the evil Emperor Cloud and actually gets his horn screwed up so he can't really use magic. Giant evil cloud, just block your magic. Real threatening, guys, real threatening. See, that's where my problems start to come in, with this villain. Not only is he a giant evil cloud that we are told is dangerous, even though he doesn't hurt anyone, not really, he's not that good of a villain because he doesn't say anything, not till near the end, where he says, like, fragmented sentences. He roars all the time. He doesn't do anything. And pretty much the blocking of Shining Armor's magic is so that he can't help his wife. And it gives you a ticking time clock thing. But, again, you have other magic users. Why didn't Twilight Sparkle just, revive Princess Cadence's sleep? Like, use like a revival spell or a healing spell and just help her out with that. I would have ended that real quick, actually. I mean, she has anti-gravity spells. Why can't she just do that? So, never mind. So, moving on. They get to the Crystal City and they figure out that they need to somehow figure out how to make the shield permanent and defeat the evil Emperor once and for all. So they go around actually asking the ponies who hadn't noticed that they have been trapped around for 1,000 years. And actually that brought up a really good question of mine, like, where did these ponies come? How did they get trapped? And how did they come back? It was a question that was not answered in this episode. So, anyway, after asking their questions and pretty much none of them getting an answer, even though there is a funny little Pinkie Pie moment in there where she's dressed as Fluttershy. Real good mindfuck. It was really entertaining. I liked that one. They come back and realize that, oh, there's a library, and decide to go there. And searching through the library, Twilight Sparkle finds a book about the Crystal Empire's history. And finding out that there's a fair that they need to do so that they can boost the morale of the ponies in the fair and the Empire. So they put on a fair that's narrated by a song, and they actually put it out, make it as authentic as possible, but the Crystal Heart, which, since Twilight Sparkle couldn't find, she made a replica of, which, if you hadn't guessed, is a big no-no. And turns out that they actually need the Crystal Heart because if the Crystal Ponies actually feed their love and happiness into the Crystal Heart, which resonates through the Crystal Empire and gives happiness and love all throughout the land and kills the evil Emperor. Yeah. So, Twilight Sparkle realizes this and tells the other main six to go keep the ponies busy and happy while she goes off to go find the real Crystal Heart, which is actually inside this really cool spiral case stair tower thing inside the throne, where Twilight Sparkle actually copies some black magic she saw from Celestia. Good job, Twilight Sparkle. Dark magic arts. Really good. Which hints at how powerful Twilight Sparkle has really become. And there's even a really cool little segment in there where there's a door that when you try to access the door, it actually shows you your worst fears in life. And I was thinking, that door is really cool. I really would love to see more of that. Because Twilight Sparkle has shown that Celestia is like, you failed me, get out of my face. And Spike has shown something else. And I really wish we could have seen what Spike saw. Because he's like, Ponyville? What am I doing here? No! And I was like, oh my god. Oh my, and like, it even makes Spike cry. And I'm like, what did he see? I wanted to really see that, but, hey. Anywho, Twilight Sparkle actually snaps Spike out of it after Spike snaps her out of her hallucination. She figures out what the door does, finds another door, goes out that door, finds another staircase that's outside that staircase going up a tower, and using a anti-gravity spell that switches her upside down, she slides up the tower and on the back of the stairs to go all the way up the tower and finds the crystal heart. Got all that? Anyway, all this time, Princess Cadence has lost her powers. Well, not lost her powers, but has given in to the sleep deprivation and has let down the shield. The evil emperor is actually now coming into the Crystal Kingdom, and the Crystal Ponies are losing their hope and happiness. All of them, all while actually finding out that the crystal heart they have in the center of the festival is actually a replica and a fake.